Hey, it's me, Fury, and welcome back to SLAY THE SPIRE. It's so nice to be recording videos again. I've been sick for a couple days, just being laying in bed, listening to audiobooks, trying not to, die. So it's really, really nice to be sitting once again and actually doing something. So I'm doing daily challenge today, and it's silent character. This really scares me. Oh my gosh. Craft a deck from 30 random cards. Start with Frozen Eye. At the start of your turn, add 10 random cards at the bottom of your draw pile. Oh, this is once again adding cards. Well, I'm a master of big fat decks, so let's go. So I get to choose my cards, right? This is a kind of a challenge that when I did the first daily ever, I did as a watcher, and it was the first time I was playing the watcher character. I had no idea how it works. What is wrath? What is calm? What is this and what is that? It was crazy, but somehow I managed to pick up the right cards. Now I'm kind of just a little stressed because I should know what to pick up here. I should immediately see a deck here. I see stuff that I never seen. This is a really good card if you know how to use it, I guess. Oh, this is... Wait a minute, this is silent. I was thinking that I'm gonna be playing as the defect. Well, then this might be a little bit easier, but there is no really good poison deck here. This one is probably one of the good cards. Maybe. It's pretty expensive. And wait a minute, how many cards do I get to choose? 10 cards. So I have to take basically like 4 blocks, 4 attacks, and maybe 2 other type of cards like acrobatics. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Predator really good beats. This is definitely more like ship build. There is also these guys. I could do like Flesage, but that will require extra draw a whole lot often. If I draw 5 cards, do I draw 5 or 6 cards? I think 5. Then this is... jeez. My brain is still not functioning. It's 20. I can't see the upgrade versions of these, by the way. Oh my gosh. Do I want to do really good, or do I want to just do something crazy? Poison would be safe. I'm picking dash. And which one is this? It's an attack, but it's also a block. She attack, she block. But most importantly, she bought. Feel the sentence. Ooh. So if I go with poison, I would take poison stab, bane, another bane. And then I would need maybe backflip. This would be good for extra energy. Don't get greedy, just stick with your plan. This is how you get like crazy stuff going. There is not really good block cards, man. There is... This isn't really a block card. But it can help like that. And there is this one. It's not very good block card either. How many cards have I chosen? If I choose this one, can I still choose cards? Honestly, there are no block cards, man. There is no block. This one, dodge roll. Alright, there is my deck. Let's freaking go before I start hesitating again. Alright. I don't know how my deck is doing, so I would kind of want to go sort of safe way. Where's the bunnies at? Where's my bunnies at? But I also kind of want to fight so that I have option of getting more cards. Even though I do get more cards constantly, I might not even want to choose more cards. Because at the start of my turn, I get 10 extra cards. So I should probably not... Oh my gosh. I should probably not, like, take so many cards at all. Noxious fumes? There is some crazy good cards here. I am happy. Poison is easiest by far with the silent. Deal 12 damage. I have 5 energy. This turn, the next skill is play twice. Burst, Phantasm Killer. How many times am I doing this? 4, 5, 6? I don't know. My brain isn't functioning like higher cognitive abilities, mathematical skills. They're still blocked somewhere. They're still, you know, probably back somewhere in bed, taking some rest. There is not here. Distracts and random skill to your hand. That could be helpful. I don't remember the freaking silent cards. I'm gonna skip. Ooh, it feels like I haven't played games for a week, which probably kind of actually is true. I don't need to block. I'm gonna dodge and roll for some block for extra, you know. For some extra block next turn. That's the sentence. Oh, my poor little brain. Next turn, your attack's still up. Oh, it's next turn. It's not like this turn. I am going to use this. And then I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to get hit by both of them because I refused to kill that tiny slime because I tried to kill this one instead. Smart thinking. Maybe I should just go right back to bed and just stay there for yet another day. This kind of feels like that would be the smart choice. Acrobatic Sneaky Strike. Yeah, I must skip. I don't know how to do discard deck. I've tried it, and when I used to play this game a lot, and I didn't play any other games at that time, I was pretty close at figuring out the whole discard deck with silent, but I never quite got there, and I've completely forgotten about that. I'm just gonna do this then. I can't draw. I should have done that first. Well, there you go. Very smart. Doesn't matter. But it's those little things. I'm picking more block. I'm picking more block because I don't have enough block, man. Okay, I gotta stop picking up cards immediately. Deflect? Yeah, I might upgrade it so it's a little bit more useful. My deck is not that bad. I like the Poison Step Bane combination. It goes for miles. Glass Knife. Bane. Ooh, I can't use that one. Well, dodge and roll. Dodge and roll. So close, 1 health. You split? You dare to split on me? Get destroyed. Fruit juice. Yummy. Another poison stab. Now you put me in a place. It's kind of like what my deck is built on. But I think I'm skipping. I'm trying to be smart here. Which one should I think I should maybe upgrade Bane first and then the Poison Stab, because the Poison Stab is going to, of course, give poison. I don't need to remove a card. I'm actually fine, thank you. I'm gonna fight an elite. Oh my gosh, instant regret. Yes, please. For the fact that it should remove the cogs and then I can start poisoning them, which is so great. That was nice. That was very good. The Poison Flask is very good at removing cogs, but I gotta say that strength removing card is even more effective. It works for sure. Discard 3 cards, gain... how about no? I'm gonna do dash. Door dash. And... I kinda wanna add a poison. Nah, man, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Just gotta get rid of it. Oh, feeling kind of tired. It's actually after you sleep like 2 days straight. And yes, I did basically do just that. After you do that, man, it's kind of crazy just how tired you feel. I'm gonna apply 5 poison. I was really wanting to do the out maneuver for extra energy, but I probably won't even have that many cards. Poison is always good. Or not. Oh boy. This is really good. So I'm using it and I'm also using this. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna use the melees for a little less damage, since I didn't get the block. Block party. This guy is almost done. Footwork. Ooh. Slice. Yes, please. This is pretty freaking good. But poison, man, I'm using the glass dagger. At the start of your turn... Oh, that's really nice. Draw one card, get rid of one card. It's a very good one. I used to really just disrespect these kind of cards. You know, draw cards, gambling chip, stuff like that. I was like, it's completely useless. Well, but I gotta say, it's not. It's actually one of the best things in this game that you can have. 4 poison and 2 weak to all enemies. It's very freaking expensive. But once again, it removes cogs and stuff, so maybe I take it. Maybe I just take it. Preserved insect. So there is the bunnies. There is 3 bunnies here. There is even a shop here. And there is no elites here. All the elites were down here, so those are kind of gone. That train has sailed. So I'm gonna upgrade the crippling cloud for some extra punch. A lot of these cards seem to be like they're better when they're upgraded. Oh my gosh, did I just say that out loud? Yeah, I'm the smart one. Poison stab. Too bad I don't have more energy. What is this again? Poison? I keep checking it. I keep forgetting. Oh, but you know, some... Like, for example, Watcher has a lot of cards that they're just fine as they are. You don't necessarily have to upgrade them. At least I can gain some block. Oh, man. But Silent is one of those guys that, you know, you have to kind of upgrade. But the most upgradable cars, you know, the cars that you just have to upgrade. Seems to be the defect. It feels like every card has to be upgraded, especially early on, like Zap and Double... What is it? Double Conjure? That kind of cards, you have to upgrade them to get them 0 cost to make them actually useful. All that good stuff. So I'm gonna do that, and I did get... I of course want to do the double here. I would love to do this, which I can actually do, and then do Bane. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna get hit for 2. Unfortunate. I could have just used the one that hits for 10 and gives 10 block, which is a dash, and avoided that, but I wanted to do something fancy. As if that meant something. I just wanted to be a cool kid. Oh boy, yeah, skip. This is not an exhaust deck. This is not throw and whatever deck. I can upgrade one more time. Block. Escape plan. Dodge and roll. Dodge and roll. Alright. Really good. And then we have some shopping. Oh boy. There is nothing here that I actually wanted to see. Which doesn't really surprise me so much. Ah, man. Well, this isn't necessarily so bad. Then again, for example, if I get slimed, I almost never... I love this one. Just now noticed. I was like, what's the dag there? I freaking love it. Have you noticed this? I love it. Not for sale. It's some sort of a stone tablet, by the way. I thought it was fabric. It is fabric. Oh, it just looks so thick. All right, let's just leave and stop. Yeah, it's the fabric, because it's this one that he's sitting on. It's a stone tablet, man. Yep. Oh, it's this one. I could maybe survive it. People say that one is easier if you go there lower health. I don't necessarily agree. I'm upgrading another Bane and I'm just hoping for the best. Let's go. I was saying something, I forgot what the heck I was saying. Backflip? I think I'm doing dodge and roll because he's gonna hit me hard next turn. Here we go. So that's 18. That much I know. Thank you, Deflect. Very good choice. I had it. 21. I'm definitely using dash, and then I'm using Bane. Because the dude already was poisoned. I'm actually using the cards that I picked on the road. I'm so proud of myself. Phantasm Killer, freaking yes. I don't have any block. Okay, I don't need any block. Very good. Ew, the coffee is getting cold. I have to do backflip. 8 damage for each skill. 4 times 8 is 28. That is pretty freaking crazy. I think I'm doing it. I don't have block card once again, so I could double the poison, which is not like a lot. I could hit for 20, or I could add vulnerability. I'm doing the vulnerability. Oh boy. I hope it helps me to kill this thing faster, so much more faster than maybe 20 damage at that point would have. Crown Finale can be played if there are no cards in your draw pile. Pretty impossible with a thing like this. I have to use distraction. Oh my gosh. This is 15. This is 13. So I do die, and then I do malaise, and I hope it... Ooh. I hope it goes to 0, but of course it doesn't. You know, you don't really have to hope for those things. You can actually calculate them if you know what you're doing. Discard 3 cards. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna discard this, and then I'm using Predator. And next turn I'm drawing more cards. I don't know if that made any sense. My hair feels so weird. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so expensive. I wish I had the extra energy right now. I don't... There is literally no block cards in this deck at all. Everything is just attack or skill. It's crazy. Put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. I just take the tools of trade. Everything else is... Choke is great, but it kind of requires you to have sheaves Not really, but that's when it makes the most sense. Storm and Steel, add one ship. Yeah. Can I? No, I cannot. I'm gonna toss the Corpse Explosion out. And then... let me just go kind of crazy here. Oh, that was so smart. Oh, well played. Then again, I would rather use the cards that I actually did use instead of Shiv. I'm gonna discard that one. And... ooh. Backstab, Phantasm Killer, Noxious Fumes. And this means nothing. I have literally no block. I really need to kill this guy fast. Ooh, Skewer. Quick Slash. I'm getting rid of the acrobatics, and now I have to really think about this. If I use Skewer, I can't be using Finisher. Skewer is 30, it's 42 damage, which is insane. Non-attack cards, it gets rid of Envenom. I'm doing this. And then I'm doing Skewer twice. And we're done. Beautiful. Maybe the mathematic part of my brain is finally waking up. This isn't bad. I'm taking Die. I didn't know it's like boss level card. Maybe it's not really. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Oh. I'm taking the Curse spell, man. I really want the extra energy. But that scares me so much. I really choked myself to death with that one. Couple times. The Peace Pipe was completely useless. Where's the bunny is at? A lot of elite fights? I think I'm starting right here. I'm being a little worried. Poison? Poison goes past this one. And we're doing this. And then I'm doing backflip for fun. I'm wasting good cards. That was so much fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Ooh, so much fun. Roasting myself. By good coffee. Dodge and roll, obviously. We hit Big Bane. That kind of work. That didn't kind of work. I was hoping for zero cost card, but that never existed. In the reality, endless agony when you deal when you draw this card at a copy. Maybe this one is like... and then we just do this. I have just enough block. Holy jeez. I was thinking that once again I don't have enough block, but it worked out. I'm surprised. It's funny how I keep surprising myself. Backstab. Phantasm Killer. Okay. I'm I'm just gonna get hit here, so I'm just using the doppelganger and that's it, because there is no poison to double, and you know, nothing's gonna help me with this. It's gonna smack me real hard. You know, mic drop is so last century. We were at mic throw at this moment. Everything is 0 cost. Oh my gosh, there were so many good things going. I'm gonna skip. Nothing really that interesting in there. Oh, freak. This was supposed to be a fight. By the way, I haven't seen Cursed Stone for ages now. Who is it? And please, do not freaking skip the book. Necronomicon! Take it. Wonderful. I freaking love it. The best relic in the game. After maybe ice cream. Upgrade all strikes and defense. I don't have strikes and defense, not a single one. But there isn't... No ways. Yeah, I cannot remove these curses. They both unremovable. So I just love this happy little face. It makes me think of some sort of like bacteria that makes you sick with flu. This is like the flu bacteria. No way, flu virus? Flu is freaking virus and not bacteria. Well, anyway, you get the point. This is another one of those. There is nothing I really want to remove, so I'm just gonna take the upgrade everything, because there is like no option to just walk out. So I have to block a lot here. Oh, I freaking forgot I have a Necronomicon. I started immediately working and now I have a lot of block. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And we dealt with the first looter. That was really good. I haven't had that great turn with the freaking looters probably ever, honestly. I wish I had energy for that. Don't have energy for that. It's so great. Love it. I feel powerful. It's the worst thing I can possibly do is to feel powerful. This is a skill, not an attack. I was like, why didn't it go twice? Bye. When I feel powerful, I start getting kind of like I start getting arrogant, and you know what that means. Should I fight? Let's go crazy. When I get arrogant, oh, forgot I got the insect. And then we go twice with this one. And then I'm basically done. All right. When I get arrogant, like, I'm so powerful, nobody can kill me. I die to the next freaking enemy. I die to something really stupid because I no longer really use my brain. Unfortunate that there is no attack that costs 2 points. Just get out of here, please. This is going better than ever. Honestly, I never had this easy fight with these guys. It's always such pain. Thankfully, this time I got actually some block cards because I'm entangled. So very thankful for that. Usually this game is not so lenient. It's such a freaking troll. Somehow it feels like I have so much better luck with the dailies than I do with the real deal. Come on, dude, just die. Oh, intangible, man! Oh my gosh! Okay, okay. I don't... Ice cream! Yo! What have I done to deserve this? You're spoiling me! Oh my gosh, ice cream and Necronomicon! Wow. It's crazy. So, let me see. I would really love to go shopping. But if I go shopping, I kind of skip to ponies. So which is more important for me, shopping or ponies? I don't have really that many cards that I necessarily need to upgrade. So maybe I just go shopping instead. I was honestly thinking about going with the ponies. That was my initial plan. I usually just always do that. Skill to start the combat with. Piercing Whale. Dodge and roll would be maybe decent. Crippling. It's not so necessarily important. What about this? Max HP. Oh my gosh, these are really bad. I'm taking max HP. I can still take this one if I want. Let's take it. So what do I want to start? I think with the poison. Poison and weak. So that my Bane cards can start functioning. I have 4 coins. I'm taking the money, thank you. Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in the deck, heal 3. So... what? 5 cards? So 15 is 9 HP, right? Do I dare to fight another elite? Oh, another shop! This might have been okay. This would have been good. Corpse Explosion is great card. This shop would have been so much better. Not necessarily. I'm happy with my Strawberry Man. Strawberry Man. What? I could upgrade a card right here. I can't see the upgrade options. 40 gold. Let's do it. 17. Yes, please. Thank you. By the way, that helped me not to lose HP, which is also... Oh my gosh, amazing. I hate this dude. I don't have a lot of health, so I have to be careful here. Escape plan me. Dodge and roll. It's hitting me for 8. I'm hitting with Bane. So many poison cards go to waste, but currently my own survival is what matters. I keep forgetting this freaking dude is second act boss. DoorDash me. Oh, that was double. And then we die. I get some strength going. Let me see. Yeah, Shuriken. 3 attacks gives me strength. No attacks that cost 2. Backflip. That's it. That's it. It feels like I'm Also playing like much smarter. Well, I can't say that. Let me rephrase that. Oh, I can probably just kill you, honestly. I don't feel I'm playing much smarter. I just feel like I'm thinking a whole lot more than I would normally. This would have been nice like yesterday. Thank you. I think so much more. I actually consider my options. I take it much more slowly. Maybe that's why I do so much better on dailies. Expertise. I'm gonna skip. Expertise might have been it, but I gotta take a nap. Even with the feather, I was still so scary numbers in my health. Oh. Nah, nothing really good. The shops are just very bad, gotta say. There is nothing that interesting for me in their shops. So, now in full health, I can upgrade. I upgrade the poison. And then we fight. This is one of my not so favorites. Boss fights. I'm gonna keep adding poison. I'm never gonna go around my deck, by the way, but this causes, you know, more damage than the die, so I'm just gonna use it. If the little minions were here, I would have used the die. Now it would be super nice to have. I'm using acrobatics. And I'm tossing the Necronomicon's curse out of here. Escape plan. I have to do dodge roll. But then I'm like... I should maybe try to kill one of the minions. Maybe I should have just added poison. So that there is less need for blocking. If there is like 3 dudes attacking me at once, that's a whole lot more. Okay. This is going to be a problem. Especially because I screwed that up. I'm gonna get hit for so much. That was horrible fail. I'm gonna survive, but man, this hurts. I can't screw up like this. Oh my gosh, the cards are horrible. The cards are just freaking horrible. I wish I had the dexterity potion. Choose a card to retain. I don't want to retain any of these junk cards. I hope I don't end my journey right here, because this actually feels like it's not going so well anymore. Suddenly, I feel I'm not doing very well. This is a skill. This is an attack. Dude. This card is played twice. If I have a Necronomicon do it twice already, will it be wasted? So it only plays this twice and not 4 times? By the way, if I play this card, I can't use any of the block cards. Not that I block is gonna be wonderful. I gotta have to try protect myself at least a little bit. I'm also tossing the poison at this dude. Choose a card to retain. Nothing. Ooh, I can't catch a break. This is exactly what happens, you know, when I go like, oh, I feel so powerful. I can do anything. Next thing I know, I won't be able to do just anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta do that. Dude. Let's do this. And then let's do this. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go. I take skewer just in case. I'm so dead. Oh, 1 hit point. Holy gee. We're still in the game. Yeah, this is the end of me. I am absolutely certain of it. This is going to be for if I used it, which I cannot do. Ooh, there is no block guard. Dash is an attack. So there's a block. It's still not freaking dead. This is 12 damage. I'm taking noxious fumes. And then just get out of here. Just please get out of here. I don't want to keep any of those cards. Now it's gonna just call the minions. Yay! Just when I got rid of them, they're back. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is the end of my story. This is it, man. Goodbye, cruel world! Yeah, I felt pretty powerful until I got the second act boss, but this is the first daily I didn't manage to beat. That sounds good. Yeah, it actually does sound really, really good right now. So, first daily... I haven't unlocked everything yet. First daily I didn't win. First daily lost. It went decently okay. Like for a while it was pretty good, then it just fell apart. That's how it goes sometimes. I probably made like tons of mistakes there. Also, I want to say like thank you so much for all the advice and pointers in the comments for the Slay the Spire videos. It really helps me to just kind of realize my mistakes because I'm so freaking blind to them myself. I just keep doing the same mistakes over and over again. I'm like, why am I not winning? Because I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. So I just really appreciate all the tips and advice and pointers in the comments. So thank you for that very much. And I definitely need to kind of like maybe check some inspiration and ideas, like what am I supposed to be doing here? Just generally, not on the dailies, but generally slaying the spire because I want to climb that session. And not just like, for now I haven't really been playing with the focus of actually trying to win the game and just, you know, slapping the cards around. No intention, just having fun. So maybe I need to just put a little bit more focus there. But I think what I did better this time was that I didn't pick up every single card I was offered. I used a little bit more like discretion there, not taking everything. So that was it. That was the daily. I hope you enjoyed this video, and well, I'll see you next time. Bye!